Hi all, welcome to my channel Java8. Today we are going to discuss why consumer functional interface. Before we start this video, if you are new on my channel, please subscribe my channel. I have already created video for consumer functional interface. If you haven't watched that video, I will provide the link in the description and you can go and watch from there. Let's explore why consumer now. As already told, all functional interface are there in java.util.function package. As you can see, this is also in the same package, and this interface is annotated with the @functional interface. That means it's a functional interface. Okay, similar to the consumer functional interface, it also having the same two methods. Okay, accept and then, but in consumer we are having like consumer inside a consumer accept method was accepting only the one argument, but in by consumer it accepting a two arguments of type T and U, as you can see here. Okay, but similar to the consumer, it's not also returning any output. Okay, and the and then function basically used to chain a Y consumer instance. Okay, when to use Y consumer, we should use a Y consumer when we need to perform an operation on two input values without returning a result. Okay, and if he wants to process two related values together, such as key value pairs, coordinates, and combine data from two collections, or we need side effect operations like logging, printing, and updating values. In that scenarios, we should use a by consumer. Okay, let's see some real-time examples of by consumer. Okay, first one we will see how to iterate over a map using a by consumer. Okay, I'm going to create a one map. I already created this class. Okay, and let's create a map, and key will be of type integer and value will be of type sorry, key will be of type and a string and value will be of type integer. Okay, and in key we will take employee name, and in value we'll add employee salary. Okay, let's add some employee with salary. Ritika salary 50,000. Let's add two more employee. अब है with salary 60,000. Oh, and last one is salary with salary 20,000. Okay, now we will print each key value pair using by consumer. Let's create a by consumer, and the type of the by consumer, first type will be an string and second type will be an integer. As you know, the type of a key is an string and value is an integer. Print employee. So key will be as a first parameter, okay, and value will be a second parameter. Okay, and the type of these parameters will be the same as the type of the by consumer. Name, salary, salary. Okay, now we will call a for each function. As you can see, for each is accepting the by consumer, so we'll pass the by consumer reference here. Now let's run it. Okay, you can see in this data the name is Charlie and the value for this is 20,000, and the map is also the name the value is 20,000 for the name is Charlie. Okay, the same case for other two input also. Okay, Ritika and Abe. Now we will create a next use case like in a logging transactions with the user. Let's create a consumer, and consumer type will be an a string. both will be an string type. Log transaction and like user and transaction. Sysout user transaction. Okay, now we have the BiConsumer implementation. Okay, we have to pass now the value for this. So we will call a accept function. Okay, let's pass the first value as an array and second value as an also second value will also be the string. So like paid some amount $400. Okay, I'm calling it two times this. Okay, and for the second user is Ritika and paid for her is 5,500. Sorry. Okay, now let's run it. Yeah, as you can see, it's getting printed two times. In first one is now user is an Abe and paid the transaction is paid $400 and for Ritika is $500. Now we'll see the third use case. Okay, now update. We will update the map value using the BiConsumer. Okay, now I'm using this map. Okay, and in this I will take a product key as in a product name and value will be in a stock. Smartphone. Okay, smartphone and the stock is 15 and third one is tablet and the stock is 5. Okay, now we will create a Y consumer and we'll do here in the update operation. Okay, we will update the value of this map by 5. So let's create a Y consumer. The type of the Y consumer will be a string and an integer, because as you can see here, okay, the first type is in a string and second one is an integer. So value will be an integer type and the key will be in a string type. Update stock, product and stock. We will call product stock dot put function. Okay, we'll pass here the product as a key and we are going to update stock by 5. Okay, so as you know, in the map if we are having the same key then the previous value will get override. Okay, now let's apply Y consumer to each entry. Okay, now we will print the updated stock for each product and stock, basically key and value. Sys out product and stock. Sorry, forgot to update map reference. So instead of this employee salaries here, we should use product stock, and we'll add here is stock. Let's run it now. So as you can see here, okay, for product laptop, this has been increased by 5. Earlier, as you can see here, it was 10, and for the tablet, it's increased to 15. And the smartphone, as you can see here, it's coming as a 20. Earlier, it was a 15. Okay. Now we'll see the last use case. To chain the two operations, basically, how we use and then methods, okay, of a BiConsumer. So let's create a BiConsumer. We'll create two BiConsumer here. So I'm taking both type as a string. Okay. First operation, key value, value, value. Okay. Let's get one more, and two operation. Now I'll create one more BiConsumer, which will basically chain the two operations. Combined operation. Okay. But here I'm using the first operation. Then, as you can see here, we are good. We can see one function method is andThen. Okay, it's expecting a BiConsumer, and I'm passing here a reference of second this BiConsumer reference. So how it will works? First, it will execute this BiConsumer first operation, and then it will execute the two operation. Okay. We need to pass a value. So we'll call accept function, and we'll pass the value as name as a key and value as a Ritika. Let's run this program. So as you can see here, okay, first it's getting printed two times, means both consumer is being called. First one is executing this first operation. Okay, let me add something to differentiate. First operation, second operation. Now let's run it. So as you can see here, okay, this is the first consumer, this one is the second consumer. So the common use case for the BiConsumer, basically to process the map entries and a key value pairs, okay, and logging action with context. Okay, for example, like in a user and events, and updating or modifying pair data in collections, and chaining operation on a paired input. Okay, and combining data from a two source, like in a list or arrays. That's it for this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and provide some comments. Thank you.